Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here. Welcome back to Ever Crisis. We're going to be talking about the new event, Watermelon Thornberry. Super cute, super adorable, but we got to smash them to pieces. I'm going to go over characters, weapons, and how exactly you should coordinate this during a co-op event. If you're not doing this, rewatch this video, because I'm pretty sure the community is going to, that's them, is going to bash you for it. So, we're going to jump in and we're going to talk about characters to start this video off. Thank you for whoever that fart sound was. I appreciate it. So, what you guys want to be looking for is characters that have the X sigil and circle sigil. If you guys haven't watched my gear guide video yet, I explained all of this, but I'm going to quickly touch upon that right now. So, a good example of someone who's going to really rip through this event quickly, and it'll make sense once I jump into the event, because you're going to see a whole phase where you have to break like a bunch of sigils. Once you get there, you'll understand what this is. So under your weapon, you're gonna go to special over here, and you're gonna see your third unlock on any weapon. Look for a sigil break of circle or X. This is the key factor into beating this event efficiently with a bunch of randoms, or what you like to call a pub. Red 13 and Barret are two of the best at the moment because they do have that, and their units are on the banners. So if you're re-rolling, you'll most likely have Barret's weapon, or if you're re-rolling now, you can keep re-rolling until you get Seaside Caller. So either one of these are going to work really well, and to unlock this, you have to make the weapon to level 70. Not level 70, but unlocked level 70. So that is your two main characters that I think are going to be really good for this event, but you do have other characters that are currently in the game that also have that circle or X sigil breaking. So just go through your weapons, or down below in the description or in the comment section, I'll have a list of characters and their weapons that you can use for this event to make that phase go by so much quicker. But now that we got the weapons and the characters out of the way that you should be looking for, let's talk about the setup. Now, Barret over here has a setup that you should be running on every single one of these co-ops until we find a different strategy. Number one on your setup is a cure. There's going to be a phase where everyone has to go into defense mode and cure up before the main phase kicks in. So make sure you're running your best cure with the best potency. If you have Aerith on the team, they're most likely going to be the dedicated healer, but it's still good to have heal backup in case they get locked out. Number two is barrier. The person who gets target will need a barrier, full HP, and everyone to switch to defense mode. So having these two on every single character or player is going to help if someone gets locked out. So not one person is dedicated and they get screwed over. And number three, if you're using the proper weapon, and even if you're not, and you just need to run this because you don't have a sigil break weapon, make sure to put it in the third slot if you do, which is Ruin or Ruin Blow. Ruin Blow has a chance of you getting blind, so not the greatest. If you can run Ruin and it's strong, run Ruin. That one's magical and is not affected by blind. So this is the materia, this is the weapon, and go through your characters and look for that third upgrade to see if it has an X or circle sigil break. Alright, time to get into the battle. This is the part that's really important. You want to make sure that you're one of the people in the party that has a weapon. And even if you don't have a weapon, like Ichigo here, he can't do the X or circle break properly. He's still bringing in the proper one. So everyone's running an X or circle on the proper slot to do the most breaks possible during that phase. Now, if you fail this, do not worry. Your 20 stamina is not lost. You only lose 1 stamina in anything you do in the game. So go out there and keep trying until you get better and better and better at this. It's not going to happen the first time maybe, so give it a couple of tries. Stamina only loses 1 when you lose anything in this game. Now, the most important part about this is that you're going to go into this fight and you're going to want to go into manual mode. If you're not in manual mode, this is going to go terrible. If you're a whale, auto battle everything, you're fine. That's not for you. This is for everyone else who's just barely making it, who's around 22,000 power. I'm 22k, you can see each goes 23. The higher the better, obviously, but around 22 is enough to survive a hit as long as you have around 2700 HP. You should be solid. All right, so here we are. Thornberry looking thick, watermelon thick, manual mode, make sure top right, and this is the part Union where we're going to be talking about. We want that to fill. On the first phase, we're doing as much damage as possible. Do not heal here. He only attacks everyone once. So he hit Vintage, he hit Ichigo, and now he's going to aim me. This happens every single time. Once the last player gets hit... What the... No! I lied. Why did Vintage get hit twice? Anyways, once everyone gets hit, he's going to go into Watermelon Bash. I got trapped. We want to sit here, heal up, go in defense mode, heal up that person, and get a barrier on them. Make sure they're max HP and a heal, and everyone goes defense. We're gonna have to run this again. Hey, I survived! We don't have to run this again. Alright, this is heal mode. Now we get to heal mode as soon as possible. Make sure you're in manual and pick the right person to heal. So Vintage needs some health, but don't let this timer run out. Switch back and forth to make sure that, because once this is full, this is a good place to explain this. Once this is full, you'll be able to break the sigils. So that's why you don't want to be defense mode the entire time. So I'm going to heal myself, get ready for this phase. Now we're in the Watermelon Challenge. We have 50 of these. Only spam your Ruinra. Ruin or Ruin Blow. Nothing else. And if this is full, we take off 2 extra. And because of the weapon that we were talking about in the beginning of this video, we take off an extra 2. So we're doing 5 per hit. See? 28 to 23. Everybody will be doing this. During this phase, nobody should be healing. Everybody should just be attacking and killing as soon as possible. If someone dies, we can res them. But everyone has to be in the red diamond, which is attack mode. If anyone switches to defense, we won't get the bonus breaks and we won't pass this. This is the most important part. Everybody stays in attack mode. Now, during this phase, do not use your limit break. He's going to give us a buff once he comes out of the stagger. In this phase, just spam your strongest ability on your character. And once we get the buff, we're going to switch over to limit break and then finish him off. So right here, he's going to do a little dance saying, well done. During this dance, we get physical attack. Now we all pop our grenades, our attacks, whatever you got, limit break. The green screen? Don't worry about it. And there we go. We're pretty much done here. Now, during this phase, if you don't clear it here, get ready for 2 people to break the sigil again. So make sure not to use too much ATB, but also race to beat him before he does anything. So this is pretty much a full clear. And that's it. Most important thing, make sure everyone stays in attack mode during sigil break. Alright, see this guy down here? He's a complete liar. The main things, I'm going to recap this really quickly for you guys, is that he does 3 attacks on the first phase. Do not heal during the damage phase. This is just damage, damage, damage. So everyone should be in the red, which is attack mode, which is going to give you Unison, which increases all your damage and breaking sigils. So you get the extra bonus. Very important for this entire fight. You want to be switching during the right time. So first phase, 3 hits. During those 3 hits, the Tonberry's hitting you. You're just doing damage. Vintage got hit twice, but the rule is 3 hits and he goes into the next phase. Next phase is when someone gets barriered. So once all that happens, one of us got buried. It was myself. The job of the people who are not barriered are to heal that person and throw a barrier skill on them. And then everyone, which not everyone in this one, switched to defense mode. So defense mode is the blue diamond. I did it. Ichigo did it. Vintage didn't do it. But somehow I still survived with 44 HP. But first phase, DPS. During the barrier trap phase, we all go defense and make sure the person who's stuck is fully healed. So this is going to be called phase 3, where the player who was stuck is unstuck now. You can still be in defense mode, but you only want to be in defense mode once your heal is ready. Do not stay in defense mode because this is what happens. That bar slowly depletes, but if I were to switch back to attack, wait for my ATB to recharge, when cure comes up, switch back to defense, cure. That will be the best way to keep this at full, because when we get to the phase where we have to break the sigils, if this Unison isn't full, you won't get the extra sigil breaks. So very important to try to switch back and forth while waiting for ATB. So after the player that is broken comes out, it's very important to switch back and forth and healing before the Watermelon Challenge begins, because you can see here the Unison says matching sigil destruction +1. It should say +2 and more damage once it's full. So you want to make sure that you're not depleting that fully during the healing phase, and that's why you switch. Once this fills up, you're going to see that it now says physical damage and everything 65% plus destruction 2. So 2 from your weapon, 2 from the unison, which means everyone is in attack mode. You gotta all be in attack mode and never heal during this phase or go into defense. If someone dies, you just revive them. So be brave and just keep pushing that attack button. So it's really important to keep this at max and everyone stays in attack mode. So during this phase right here, to recap really quickly, do not use your limit break, spam your strongest ability. After he gets out of this phase, you're going to get a buff from him because he does a dance, says good job, and then you use your limit breaks. So you can see here, Ichigo got physical attack up because he said, well done. That's when you pop your limit breaks. And then from there, you just keep attacking. If you guys don't do enough damage, he's going to go into the part where he does a barrier, and you guys just have to make sure you hit Ruin again. It's only 6 breaks, 1 character plus 1 attack. It breaks immediately, and you just keep DPSing, extra stagger. All right, so hopefully that recap of the battle helped you guys out to understand it a little bit better. You're going to have to doing this a lot. My viewers say there's about 100+ runs of that you got to do, but that is pretty much everything. Hopefully this guide helped you guys out. I'm live streaming right now while recording this video, so if you ever want to catch my live streams, I stream over at twitch.tv/MeLeeOctopus. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell y'all later.